through Sunday. No payments for 120 days, no interest for 90 days with approved credit.
During the season of giving, you might give away more than you want.
Sweater for Mom, video game for Jake, and my credit card for someone named Gina?
More online activity can mean more exposed personal info, but LifeLock by Norton has identity theft protection all wrapped up. And if you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com today.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated, and divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone, but you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and by appointment only in Dadeland. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX
Fanning
Estero,
out
Fox
across the
News.
country. I'm
Right,
Tam
all
Puso,
along.
Fox News. The White House sales pitch for more spending heads to the Midwest after a stop in New England.
President Biden and top officials selling his Build Back Better agenda directly to the American people. The president touting the passage of a bipartisan physical infrastructure bill in New Hampshire Tuesday.
When you see these projects start in your hometowns, I want you to feel what I feel. Pride.
The president will visit a GM electric vehicle plant today in Detroit to highlight how the law will advance his climate agenda. Meanwhile, Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Michael Regan is touring southern states, and Vice President Harris will be in Ohio Friday.
Fox's Sean Langell. Republicans want to tap the brakes on the Biden economic plan. There is zero GOP support for the massive package of social safety nets.
There's no part of our economy that can afford another massive dose of socialism.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Action expected in the House on a resolution to censure Republican Paul Gosar. The Arizona lawmaker tweeted an anime video this month that depicted him striking Democratic colleague Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with a sword. To Wisconsin, where hours from now the Kyle Rittenhouse jury will begin day 2 of deliberations.
The 12-person jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial deliberating the fate of the teen after he shot 3 men, killing 2 during turbulent protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. In an unusual move, Rittenhouse selecting those who would seal his fate, pulling juror numbers from a drum raffle style from the pool of 18 who heard the case. Those selected becoming the 6 alternates.
Fox's Madeline Rivera in Kenosha. Governor Tony Evers is calling for calm. Yesterday, protesters gathered outside the courthouse and could be heard inside. America's listening to Fox News.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right, all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out on Daniels Parkway, we have 2 right lanes eastbound blocked off because of a crash with injuries near the intersection of Treeline Avenue. That's slowing down traffic coming off of I-75 eastbound toward the area of Daniels into Gateway, so just expect to see some delays there. We also have a crash heading through Port Royal in Collier County, south of downtown Naples at Galleon Drive and Gordon Drive. That's a crash with injuries and possible roadblocks, so expect to see some delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into the middle 80s under a partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout the day and through the overnight time frame. We should stay dry through your Wednesday night. Thursday morning, kicking it off with a milder start with a low near about 69 to 70 degrees. We warm up to 80 for tomorrow, but be on the lookout for the return of some rain, some thunderstorms throughout the day with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Friday featuring some isolated rain as a weak front passes on through. We'll keep with that chance for some isolated rain into your Saturday as breezy conditions develop behind that front. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
True relief for back and neck pain. Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore
Hot at the Diamond District this weekend, November 19th through the 21st, for their Fall Diamond event. GIA loose certified diamonds at wholesale pricing, up to 55% off beautiful new trends and fashion jewelry, and 3 years interest-free financing, only at the Diamond District.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. It's the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. You can watch us right there. Here we are. Hi. How you doing? And you can subscribe to the podcast. Just type in Drew Steele into any of your favorite search engines, and you'll see us and me and Jake. You may or may not see Jake. It all depends. But sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing. To be quite honest with you, sometimes it's not a bad thing to see this mug right here. See this? Right here? This. Sometimes it's not good to see this. And I have a couple of people that have said that just recently. But that's okay. It's not that big a deal. It's fine. You all right this morning as we get started? You're a little... You look very warm. He's got a nice, big, thick sweater on. Love that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I got to admit that maybe in a couple of months it'll get better, but right now there is definitely that longing for. I'm not talking about the stifling summer heat, but a little bit of heat would be nice. All right. Speaking of heat, bringing the heat. Ted Cruz yesterday bringing the heat to Secretary Mayorkas. Talking about our southern border and the concerns that many people have about what is going on with the Biden plan to allow more and more people into the country illegally. Hey, it sure seems that way, doesn't it? And especially when you hear about the latest from the Build Back Broke plan and why people say to politicians, especially Republicans, listen, if you can't read the whole bill, if you don't know exactly what's in it, then all bets are off. If somebody says, well, we're going to get you money for you. No. I don't know what else is in it. Yeah, but you don't understand. This is going to be doing great things. This infrastructure bill, for example. How many fantastic things. No. I haven't read the whole bill. I don't know everything that's it. Can you imagine? This is what is so mind-boggling. I just had this conversation yesterday. It still boggles my mind. Can you imagine going to, deciding that you're going to get a mortgage. Let's just put it that way. You're going to get a mortgage. And there's a sheet of paper, and it's not long. It's not long at all. It's a couple of pages long. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the legalese and the deep stuff that when you go to get a mortgage or you go to sign a contract or you do even a work contract where you just have a couple of pages where you could have a lawyer look over and check out your contract. Let's just say that for an example. But you decide that you're just going to sign on the dotted line and you're not going to look at anything at all. You're not going to have anybody, zero, zilch, no one look at the contract. You're the only eyes that's going to go on this contract. And then you decide that a 3-page long contract, I'm just going to sign it. And at the end of it, it says, oh, hey, by the way, after you sign this, your home is ours. It's not really yours. It's never going to be yours. You're never going to be able to sell it because we're going to own it. But you decide that you're not going to read the fine print. You're not going to have anybody else sign the fine print. It's not even fine print. It's print. It's not little details. It's details. It's in there. How could you possibly sign a contract that's a few pages long that when somebody says, no, you don't have time to read it. We don't have time. You've got to sign this now. That you do that. Now, you may say, well, that's a really bad example because have you ever seen mortgages and how many pages there are? But you do have people that are looking into that. And you do know that if they were to kind of skip over or skim over some of what's on the in the fine print and you were to sign it and their responsibility is there to make sure that everything is above board, that there would be consequences. With this federal government, there's no consequences when we sign off on it. The only consequences are the ones that we get affected by when they sign off on it. I mean, it just seems so simple. Just don't do it. What else do you need to know? Don't sign it. And so when you have people that are signing off on things, and you come to find out, for example, that there's a really odd thing going on in the Build Back Better plan, that we're going to be debating back and forth. Maybe sooner rather than later, something may happen with the Build Back Better Act, this massive $1.75 trillion social spending package working its way through the House. Why is there a provision in there that would remove the Social Security number requirement for the child tax credit? Can I say that again? As we get into Ted Cruz, who just annihilates Secretary Mayorkas, DHS Secretary, Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, and the discussion about what is going on along the border and what we know and what we don't know and what they're doing about anything that has to do with finding out who is crossing our southern border, who these people are, what their history is, what we're doing to stop it. It's stunning what you're about to hear. But wouldn't it be strange, odd, crazy, nutty, if in the Build Back Better plan, something was in there that, let's just say, remove the Social Security number requirement for the child tax credit? And you may be saying, well, what's the big deal there? Does that really matter? By the way, it's found on page 1647 of the 2,000-page bill, which it's interesting. The more time that people have to read it, the more of the things that we find we don't want in it get put out into the open. So think about that. If you remove the requirement to show a Social Security number for your child, then that means, let's just say you decided that you would love to be able to dip into some of the billions of dollars in payouts that are available through the child tax credit. And let's just say you're a family who, I don't know, came to this country, let's just say, how do I put this plainly and illegally? And then let's just say you've got a couple of kids. And let's say you'd like to dip into that fund. You're told to dip into the fund. You're told you can dip into the fund. You don't know anything about the fund. You just came here. You're just crossing a border, and then people are telling you what you have available to you, and you're like, hey, I guess I could dip into this. That would be crazy, right? If you put something in a bill that would allow illegals to get money from you, taxpayers. Yeah, it's in there. We're going to talk about that coming up. Who does that? Who would put that in there? Why would they put that in there? And boy, it seems very interesting how all of this seems to come together on the Democrat side of the aisle. How open borders flowing across as we speak. It's happening right now. The millions of people who have crossed over the border illegally, released back into the country, and then ultimately we'll have an opportunity to dip into our tax dollars. And you're telling me there's no Republicans at all? There's not one senator that goes, nope, no. I need to read more. There's plenty in there. You're telling me that in the infrastructure bill, which we talked about some of the gender issues that we're going to be dealing with now because of the infrastructure bill, because, gender is infrastructure. Now, I guess we described it yesterday, some of the gender identity. Now it is a protected class and some of the other things that are going on, racist roads. You knew that was in there, right? And yet you still signed it. But you still sign it with this. That's all we're asking. And if we're finding out more and more people are just thumbing their nose at us, as if they know better because for their political future, it is more expedient to sign on the dotted line and then come back home to their constituents and go, look what I brought home, everybody, as opposed to what you did to destroy fundamentally the country. That's not a positive. Do you understand what I'm saying? That there are people who are trying to convince their constituents at home that by signing the infrastructure deal, the Republicans, the 13 Republicans in the House, those in the Senate, they're going to turn around and come back and say, look, I brought home the bacon. That's what it's all about. No, that's not what it's all about. If you're giving away our liberties and our freedom and our future for our kids and our grandkids because you want to bring a couple of bucks home right now to your constituents to try to, hey, attaboy, pat on the back, that's a problem. And those people need to be primaried, called out on that, and at the least primaried and called out so that they will be on notice. And at the most and the best, out of office and put people in who actually do care about the country. I mean, it's really strange. It's like, I'm trying to think. I'm really bad at analogies, so forgive me. So Jake, this is what it's like. Let me see if this is a good analogy. It's like me offering you a year's worth of free gas for your car, the one that you just recently had a wonderful trip to Naples when you came down to our First Fridays at Seed the Table. I'm going to buy you a year's worth of gas. How's that car doing right now?
What, the one I drove to see the table?
Yeah.
It's broke down.
Yeah.
The engine blew up.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of strange. If I'm offering you a year's worth of gas
for a car that doesn't run.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
Very
with
good.
This? Yeah. So if I'm a politician and I come home and I say, "Oh, look at the money I brought back for our constituents here in Southwest Florida. Look at what wonderful thing I've done." But by signing that, I've destroyed the country fundamentally. Like I'm putting the country on a path to destruction. Why do you care what I brought home? You're destroying the country. Why do you care if I'm going to buy you a year's worth of gas? Your car's broken down and it's not going to work ever. Like, it's done.
I could use the gas to catch it on fire. But that's pretty much what they're doing.
That's pretty good. Look at you. You are kind of awake. What day is it? Is it Wednesday? For a Wednesday, that is impressive. Good for you. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I'll get off of this topic and get on to, I don't know, we'll either start next in just a second with Ted Cruz sparring with Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas over the Biden cages. It was pretty epic. Or we'll come back with Joe Biden and the lack of applause as he's in New Hampshire and some of the things that he said. It's like the teleprompter broke again on him. It's just a hot mess. One of those two we'll be back with. Both great pieces of audio, and we'll say a lot about where we are right now. Stay break 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. It is. All right, it's Therese O'Shea.
We have a crash right now along Daniels Parkway, just east of I-75 at Treeline Avenue, blocking two right-hand eastbound lanes, causing major backups in both directions along Daniels, even westbound from Chamberlain Parkway through Treeline. You're going to see some slowdowns because of that crash and all of the flashing lights out there right now. So avoid the area if you can. Also dealing with a crash heading through the Port Royal area of Naples, south of downtown Naples. That's along Galleon Drive at Gordon Drive with injuries. That was initially reported as a patrol car crash. Possibly a little bit of roadblock to deal with along that stretch of Gordon Drive. No problems up and down I-75. All of our overnight construction has cleared. Heading out on US 41, everything looking nice and quiet. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a slightly warmer day for your Wednesday afternoon as temperatures will be pushing back into the middle 80s under partly cloudy sky. High-level clouds continue to fill in for the remainder of today. This comes ahead of a batch of moisture that will bring us the return of some scattered rain and thunderstorms for your Thursday, waking up to 69 degrees for tomorrow with a high of 80 for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The owner of the Boston Red Sox is in talks to buy the Pittsburgh Penguins hockey team. The Wall Street Journal, citing people familiar, is saying a deal may be finalized this week. Netflix starts reporting viewership numbers. Its first report yesterday shows its most popular film is Red Notice, with 149 million hours of viewing since Friday. Walmart raises its forecast for the year and says its shelves are ready for the holidays. The giant retailer and others like Home Depot and Target have chartered their own cargo ships to overcome the supply chain bottleneck at U.S. ports. And early holiday retail sales give stocks a boost. The Dow added 54 points and the S&P 500 finished just shy of a record high. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
Goodbye, Pest. I'll see you later. I call National. Hey, exterminators. For $46, they'll kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I call National, hey, exterminators. For $46, they'll kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract.
Learn more about real estate and home ownership and celebrate the cultural diversity of our community at International Day, presented by the Global Business Council. International Day is open to the public and real estate community. There'll be ethnic food, music, vendors, and giveaways, as well as informational seminars throughout the day on topics such as mortgages, investor visas, and immigration, the closing process, and more. Join us this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Royal Palm Coast Realtor Association, located at 2840 Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers.
Sponsored by FERTPA Solutions.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Had a chance to visit A Locksmith, their showroom in North Naples, and Andrew is the owner. He is a fantastic guy. Get a chance to talk to him. He's a former police officer and an expert on home security. Maybe you have some needs like a safe, a Liberty safe. They are the only Liberty safe dealer in Collier County. And I don't know if you know, but A Locksmith is the oldest locksmith in Collier County and comes with a stellar reputation for professional quality and service. Their staff licensed, bonded, and insured and available, and 100% satisfaction is always guaranteed. Their employees are great. No contractors. They have all their employees there, and they are always professional, on time, serving Collier and Southern Lee counties. So if you're looking for your next Liberty safe, you want to go to A Locksmith. They have two Naples showroom, one in North Naples, across from Mercado, and one in the city of Naples, just north of Mooring Line Drive on US 41. Or if you want to find out more, visit alocksmithnaples.com.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first. Wink News.
Wink News. We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
This box has been a lifesaver for me.
Let's talk taters. Chef Ryan Scott's got boxed instant mash.
I want people to cut into this like a lasagna.
Crazy brilliant.
And no peel ranch potatoes.
Wow.
Then let's LOL with AFP's Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yes, that works.
Plus, stoop on this.
Somewhere between a soup and a stew because it's so thick.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
Attention, Lee County residents. Lee County Solid Waste and Lee County Parks and Rec are hosting a household chemical waste collection event in Lehigh Acres at Veterans Park and Rec Center Saturday, November 20th, 8 a.m. to noon. Safely dispose of old paints and chemicals cluttering your garage. A convenient drive-through drop-off event Saturday, November 20th at Veterans Park Rec Center in Lehigh from 8 a.m. to noon. There's no charge, but no business waste is accepted. Call Lee County Solid Waste at 239-533-8000. That's 533-8000.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
General Motors just announced that the chip shortage has gotten so bad, some of its new cars won't have heated seats. Ooh. At the same time, Hyundai is reminding people that if their seats are warm, it's because the engine is on fire.
Come on. That's not nice. That's not fair. All right, whatever. So chip shortages, I don't know who you blame for that. It's like
I got hairy legs.
There's a couple of people you could probably blame. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. Hey, the latest on the Rittenhouse trial, no verdict. The jury was sent home yesterday, and hours of deliberation, 12 jurors, 6 alternates returned back to the courthouse today to continue deliberations. Just to let you know that there's been protesters out there on the streets of Kenosha already talking about shutting it down if he's acquitted. That's right. There's no doubt about it. That you don't get the chance, and justice does not get the chance to prevail. No way, no how. It is about what the people on the street demand, and if they don't get it, then they're going to burn this place down. And I wonder how many people in a jury, even as you have been able to witness what happened last year in 2020 and some of the other trials and watching some of what happened with, for example, Brett Kavanaugh during the hearings for his confirmation as Supreme Court Justice, you can't help but believe that in the back of a juror's mind, there has to be that question as to how much they know about me, how much they know about what's going on with the situation. Do they know where I live? Have they seen my face? There is that question that people are asking. I'm not sure if it's true or not. There were some tweets out yesterday by Jack Posobiec of Human Events, who was talking about some troubling things that he was hearing about the jurors holding up the verdict because of outright citing backlash. That was the quote that he used, saying that there are people on the jury that maybe know that there are photos of them and are concerned about being doxxed and some backlash, and so that's what's taking. I don't know. We'll explore this a little more later on, but that's where we are at this point.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Greetings from Health Plan Network. First, a sincere thank you to the folks at WFSX and their loyal listeners. The response to our recent individual health insurance ads have been phenomenal. Second, a short history lesson. When the federal government made their last attempt at socialized medicine or Obamacare, most insurance companies refused to participate, leaving millions with no choice but the high premiums and deductibles on the marketplace. On the other hand, our clients were able to keep their non-cancelable coverage and have enjoyed low premiums and great coverage for the last 7 years. The new administration has promised another run at their stated goal of nationalized health insurance. If you're on Obamacare, uninsured, or on COBRA, now is the time to act. Protect yourself and family with non-cancelable coverage guaranteed to age 65 now. Call me at 239-268-6712 or visit our website at healthplannetwork.net. That's 239-268-6712 or healthplannetwork.net. We can help.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prostagenics is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prostagenics, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prostagenics, call now 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
Tee off for a great day of golf at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Enjoy the best playing conditions in town, plus a large practice area and golf instruction programs for juniors and adults. Coral Oaks gift cards also make terrific holiday gifts for your favorite golfers. Book tee times up to 7 days in advance and register for upcoming charity golf tournaments at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
Don't miss Louder with Crowder star Dave Landau this Friday and Saturday, live at Off the Hook Comedy Club. You've enjoyed his comedic spin and political antics paired with your like-minded views on Louder with Crowder. Now see Dave Landau from Louder with Crowder, live for 2 nights only, this Friday and Saturday at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples. This show will sell out. For tickets and showtimes, go to offthehookcomedy.com or call 389-6901. That's 389-6901.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh.
Protesters growing in number and volume outside the Kenosha courthouse, where the jury will be deliberating a second day in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial.
Those loud protests could be heard inside as court proceedings continued, and Rittenhouse picked numbers at random from a wooden cup, choosing 7 women and 5 men who will decide his fate. The unrest outside leading to fears that may rattle the jury and affect deliberations.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty, 500 National Guard troops have been deployed as a precaution. The governor of New York is urging residents to get a COVID booster shot for the holidays.
Governor Kathy Hochul pushing for more New Yorkers to get a booster. Statewide infections have spiked in the last 2 weeks. The number of people testing positive every day for the virus has gone up 45% since Halloween.
Sharon Crowley of Fox 5 New York. America is listening to Fox News.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out along Daniels Parkway, Treeline Avenue. That crash we're watching cleared, but we're still dealing with some westbound slowdowns coming off Chamberlain, heading toward I-75 through Treeline Avenue. Just some typical morning volume building out of Gateway toward Fort Myers. Also have a crash heading through Collier County along Gordon Drive at Galleon Drive in the Port Royal area with injuries, so watch out for EMS on scene. Looks like things, though, are mostly off to the side of the road if you have to head up and down Gordon Drive south of downtown Naples. No major problems along I-75 or US 41 to start out the morning commute, and we're looking clear if you're heading on the area bridges between Cape Coral and Fort Myers right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into the middle 80s under a partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout the day and through the overnight time frame. We should stay dry through your Wednesday night. Thursday morning, kicking it off with a milder start with a low near about 69 to 70 degrees. We warm up to 80 for tomorrow, but be on the lookout for the return of some rain, some thunderstorms throughout the day with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Friday featuring some isolated rain as a weak front passes on through. We'll keep with that chance for some isolated rain into your Saturday as breezy conditions develop behind that front. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Thanksgiving season, and I have a lot to be thankful for. I thank God every day I'm an American, and I live in the great state of Florida, surrounded by all the beautiful people that live here in Southwest Florida. I also thank God for my family and friends, and my Rotary Club in LaBelle, and all the things that we're able to do to help our community. Every day when I wake up, I smile at my beautiful wife, Holly, and I'm thankful for the life we've made together. I hope you have a reason to thank God this Thanksgiving, and share that reason with your family and friends. At Kobe Cooling, we're thankful for our family of customers and all the people that we interact with every day. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Families serving families. Happy Thanksgiving from all the Kobe's at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back, 596 BACK. That's 596-2225.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Select diamonds will be at wholesale prices. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused this Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, jersteel.com, the website, Steel has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Thank you so much. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. 2,317, I think, was the last count that we had on Friday. We're going to have a new count this Friday, and I'm sure we'll get closer to that 10,000 mark, but we've got a ways to go, and we're going to need your help to hit the 10,000 mark. December 3rd is the cutoff date. We want to get it way ahead of time, as high as we possibly can, so that we can get those Christmas cards for men and women serving overseas and get those cards out to them before Christmas. The way to do that is to get them as soon as possible. You can drop them off at any one of Mel's Diner locations, your church, organization, school, business. Thank you so much for coordinating and organizing, maybe even your street to do this. Thank you so much for that. Friday, we'll have our next count, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be closer to that 10,000 count. So I think with 2317 or something like that was where we were on Friday. Ways to go, but we sure could use your help with that. Again, 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Ted Cruz was having no part of Department of Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas' answers with regard to illegals crossing. You know, not all 1.2 million illegals with final removal orders should be deported. That's not my words. That's his words. The Homeland Security Secretary. Really, we're not going to have any. We're not going to have the final removal orders. We're not going to worry about that. We'll just leave them right here. Everything is fine. We have to consider the totality of the facts and circumstances. Is that how that works? Okay. We have other questions to ask. And Ted Cruz was having no part of it yesterday. Just some of what he said on Capitol Hill. It was a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on what's going on along the border. Listen to this.
How many illegal immigrants have you released into the United States who were COVID positive?
Senator, it is our policy to test individuals.
I didn't ask your policy. How many illegal aliens have you released who are COVID positive?
Well, let me just say, when they are released, they are placed in immigration.
How many have you released that were COVID positive?
I will have to get that number.
Okay, you don't have that answer either. All right, let's try this. How many illegal aliens have you released who had criminal convictions?
Who have criminal convictions in Mexico? In the
criminal convictions in whatever jurisdiction?
Those individuals, if they pose a public safety threat.
How many individuals with criminal convictions have you released?
Senator, I do not have that.
Okay.
Number.
Let's specify it more narrowly. How many murderers have you released?
I'm not aware of any murderers whom.
How many rapists have you released?
I'm not aware of any rapists whom.
How many child molesters have you released?
I am not aware of any child molesters whom we have released into the United States.
What are you aware of? What are you aware of, Alejandro Mayorkas? Tell us, what are you aware of as the Department of Homeland Security to keep us safe? I mean, you can talk all you want about the circumstances and people who come here illegally, but how do you not know some of the most basic questions that need to be answered in order for anybody to feel comfortable with what is happening along this? I mean, again, and I use these terms when I say for anybody to feel comfortable about what is happening along our southern border. Nobody does. You don't, do you? No, that's not true. There are people who are comfortable with the millions that have crossed over our southern border that continue to flow through as we speak. There are people who are comfortable with it. Why? Because we have a media that will not go to the border, that will not tell you the truth, that will not tell you what's happening, that will not tell you the drugs that are flowing through, that will not tell you about the sexual abuses that is happening at the hands of individuals against kids and others, that they will not tell you about the specifics because they want you to believe a narrative that's not true. These are just families that are just looking for a better life. That's all it is. That's exactly what's happening. And you can't give me one instance where we would talk about someone who this Department of Homeland Security let across the border that took the life of an individual, especially within the past year. Like just in the past couple of months. Nothing like that has happened. It's
breaking news. A bombshell.
This just in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was. And Senator Mike Lee wanted to make mention of that. It happened here in the state of Florida. What's your answer?
Breaking news. A bombshell.
Like Yuri Medina Ulloa, who's a 24-year-old Honduran man who was recently apprehended crossing the U.S.-Mexico border, where he fraudulently claimed to be a 17-year-old. He then ended up in Jacksonville, Florida, where a family took him in. Days later, he stabbed the father of that family to death. He was a 24-year-old, not a 17-year-old, as he claimed. There are people like him crossing, and with the assistance, with the approval, with the facilitation in some cases of your department, these things are happening.
That is inaccurate. I am aware of the case. That individual is being prosecuted. There is an immigration enforcement detainer on that individual.
Did your department or did it not allow him in?
Senator, I'd like to not comment on the details because
I bet you would not like to comment on the details.
If I may, Senator, there is a criminal case against that individual pending.
Yeah, pending. Okay, so we can't talk about the criminal case, but it happened. He knows it. Was it his department that let you better believe it was. Again, are you going to hear the fake news legacy mainstream media talk about this, local, state, or national? Are they going to bring this up? Are they going to get into more detail on what is happening along our southern border? No. No, they're not. But we will have things in the Build Back Better plan, like I described earlier, as who is it, Fox News was reporting this story, that a provision that could be found on page 1647 of the 5-page bill would amend the federal tax code by removing the provision which requires that a child have a valid Social Security number in order to be eligible for any and all tax credits. So what's the big deal there? Why is that a concern? Removing the requirement would open the eligibility for the credit to parents of children without Social Security numbers, including potentially illegal immigrant children. You better believe it. That's $2.3 billion in payouts to parents of kids who came here illegally to the U.S. and another $8 billion to illegal immigrant parents who have children inside the U.S., according to a researcher for the Center for Immigration Studies, Stephen Camarata. Who would do that? Who would put that in there? Clearly somebody who believes that there's a benefit there for them politically. So I think you know the answer to the question. And while there are people who we don't know whether or not are criminals being brought into this country because of the actions of the Department of Homeland Security or the lack of action, and we can't get an idea of the actual numbers, we can't find out what exactly is going on from them. One thing we do know is that you, if you go to a school board, you're a criminal. You are already a criminal because you show up and you have something to say about critical race theory being taught in schools. You have something to say about transgender bathrooms or issues related to, proper pronoun usage and the like. And you have a problem with that happening in your schools instead of our kids being taught. These are the things that we can deal with personally as parents. But no, you somehow are a threat. And now we come to find out. The Wall Street Journal had this story. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has set up a process to track threats against school board members and teachers, moving to implement a Justice Department directive that some law enforcement officials and Republican lawmakers say could improperly target parents protesting local education policies. You better believe it. You listening yet? You paying attention? The heads of the FBI's criminal and counterterrorism divisions instructed agents in an October 20 memo to flag all assessments and investigations into potentially criminal threats, harassment, and intimidation of educators with a quote-unquote threat tag, which the officials said would allow them to evaluate the scope of the problem. Agents should tag such threats edu officials to better track them, according to the memo, which was reviewed by the Wall Street Journal. There was a whistleblower who said, hey, listen, there are people within the department who don't like what the AG is doing. There's a problem here, treating citizens, parents, concerned parents, as common criminals, as terrorists and threats. An FBI agent provided a copy of the internal email to several Republican lawmakers, citing concerns it could open the door for the Bureau to collect information on parents voicing their opposition to local school policies during the meetings. So what kind of information are they going to gather? Where you live? Where you work? How do you think that's going to go over? Merrick Garland said during a congressional hearing last month that while he didn't have a full accounting of such threats nationwide, complaints from school board officials and news reports show the problem is becoming more prevalent. Some Republicans say the Justice Department is thrusting the FBI into what usually is considered a local issue, and they say the tactics are an effort to silence parents who speak out at school board meetings. You better believe it. Mask mandates, how race is addressed in schools. And if you dare say anything, that you're going to be targeted now. Oh, and on top of all of this, on top of hearing about a whistleblower's revelation that the FBI is utilizing counterterrorism tactics to investigate you parents as domestic terrorists, I mean, it is happening. That there are people within the Bureau that are like, no, we're not for this. No way. And are speaking out. So not only that, on the heels of all that, we come to find out Breitbart's got a story that says that top U.S. House conservatives circulating a memo warning that Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, is attempting to lace the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, with a radical bill that includes what? Does it include duckies and bunnies? No. Here's what it includes. I know this is going to be hard to believe because it doesn't exist. It's not happening and it doesn't exist. And how you could even suggest that this thing even exists at all is ridiculous. Yeah, it's got dozens of critical race theory provisions contained within the plan that purports to, but does not actually counter the Chinese Communist Party. The explosive memo obtained exclusively by Breitbart and currently circulating among House conservatives exposes that Schumer's plan would spend millions of taxpayer dollars forcing the National Science Foundation to hire a, quote, chief diversity officer, unquote. Hey, have you got any kind of chief diversity officers or anybody that's running diversity, equity, inclusion in your school, business, organization? Have you heard of that? Yeah, there's a reason why they're there. And let's just put it this way. It's to make sure you're using the proper pronouns and make sure you're not discriminating against certain individuals because of, listen, we can go on and on about this. And critical race theory and how it all plays together. $5 million on things like, quote, establishing a strategic plan for diverse participation in science, technology, engineering, and math. That's the STEM fields. Also forced the National Science Corporations to establish a pilot program for things like advancing equity, diversity, inclusion, all of this. That is critical race theory, everybody. When you hear all of this, that's what it's all about. Don't tell us that critical race theory is not trying to be pushed. The minority of voices pushing against the majority and telling us that this is how it has to be. How bad is it getting? Where else is it going to be? Loyola Marymount University is a college in California. Here's something that Fox News discovered. A teacher there is telling students that they need to perpetually attach their personal pronouns to their assignments or else. According to a message by this teacher, it says, good morning, students. I added a new syllabus to Brightspace. And the one major change we all need to take note of is that all are required to include their pronouns next to their name in their blog posts. So you have to have people referring to themselves in third person. You know, the proper pronouns. He, him, she, her, she, I don't know what the other one. I mean, there's a gajillion different pronouns. You know what they are, Jake, right? Are you up on what all the proper pronouns are?
I just don't understand teaching kids bad grammar.
Yeah, well, misgendering, pronoun misuse, dead naming. You know, dead naming, like if you were to refer to somebody, if somebody who was Chuck is now Jane, and you refer to Jane as Chuck because Chuck was formerly Chuck, but now is Jane, and you call Jane Chuck, you got problems, my friend. Yeah, this is what the kids are being taught. This is where we're going here. This is what's happening in colleges. And no, it'll never make its way from a college, university level to mainstream or even to our kids in high schools. Critical race theory. So yeah, there's a lot there too we're going to get into this morning. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit more about Mayorkas and Capitol Hill, what happened and what's going on along our southern border in just a little bit. Also, we're going to get into more of the FBI tracking. Listen, there's more critical race theory. There's more school board nonsense. There's a whole lot of stuff to get to this morning. We will. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic. Yeah, here's Therese O'Shea.
Good morning. Heading out along Daniels Parkway, Treeline Avenue. That crash we're watching cleared, but we're still dealing with some westbound slowdowns coming off Chamberlain, heading toward I-75 through Treeline Avenue. Just some typical morning volume building out of Gateway toward Fort Myers. Also have a crash heading through Collier County along Gordon Drive at Galleon Drive in the Port Royal area with injuries, so watch out for EMS on scene. Looks like things, though, are mostly off to the side of the road if you have to head up and down Gordon Drive south of downtown Naples. No major problems along I-75 or US 41 to start out the morning commute, and we're looking clear if you're heading on the area bridges between Cape Coral and Fort Myers right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a slightly warmer day for your Wednesday afternoon as temperatures will be pushing back into the middle 80s under partly cloudy sky. High-level clouds continue to fill in for the remainder of today. This comes ahead of a batch of moisture that will bring us the return of some scattered rain and thunderstorms for your Thursday, waking up to 69 degrees for tomorrow with the high of 80 for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Despite the temperature outside, the most wonderful time of the year is here. As Conditioned Air's 60th anniversary approaches, we're thankful for another holiday season serving Southwest Florida. Our team has been installing and maintaining air conditioning units since 1962, and we're looking forward to 2022. 60 years of keeping Southwest Florida cool. Happy Thanksgiving from the team at Conditioned Air. 1-888-CODE-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Learn more about real estate and home ownership and celebrate the cultural diversity of our community at International Day, presented by the Global Business Council. International Day is open to the public and real estate community. There'll be ethnic food, music, vendors, and giveaways, as well as informational seminars throughout the day on topics such as mortgages, investor visas, and immigration, the closing process, and more. Join us this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Royal Palm Coast Realtor Association, located at 2840 Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers. Sponsored by FertPa Solutions.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. For 30 years, we have been offering the best warranties in the industry. Remember, D.R. Martineau Roofing. Integrity, knowledge, service. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks,
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first. Wink News.
Wink News.
we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
Is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
This box has been a lifesaver for me.
Let's talk taters. Chef Ryan Scott's got boxed instant mash.
I want people to cut into this like a lasagna.
Crazy brilliant.
And no peel ranch potatoes.
Wow.
Then let's LOL with AFP's Alfonso Ribeiro.
That's how it works.
Plus, stoop on this.
Somewhere between a soup and a stew because it's so thick.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
Tried Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema? It works at and below the skin surface and can be used on almost everybody, like on the dimples of a diva.
Yeah, roll your boat. Yeah, roll your boat.
Or the shoulders of a chef.
Look, Mom, I made jelly beans on toast.
Steroid-free Eucrisa works at and below the skin surface. It blocks PDE4 enzymes, which is believed to reduce inflammation, even on the wrist of a rebel.
What did you do to your hair?
What?
The specific way Eucrisa works is not well defined. Prescription Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema is for topical use only in ages 3 months and up. Do not use if you are allergic to Eucrisa, Crisaborol ointment 2%, or its ingredients. Allergic reactions including hives, itching, swelling, and redness may occur at or near the application site. The most common side effect is application site pain, such as burning or stinging.
Come on, moms and dads. Check out Eucrisa.com and ask your doctor about Eucrisa.
Can I sing one more song?
Mel's Diner is talking turkey.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Watch the parade, enjoy the dog show, and go to Mel's Diner 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. Roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or Virginia ham steak with super salad, choice of potatoes and green beans and corn. Incredible, only $15.99. Key lime fish, $17.99. Or Mel's slow roasted 10-ounce prime rib dinner, $19.99. Thanksgiving kids meals, just $9.99. Order Mel's famous holiday meals to go. Serving up to 6 with your choice of fresh roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or baked all-natural Virginia ham, including all the fixins, and as a bonus, a whole pumpkin pie for just $79.99. Reserved by November 23rd. Mel's Diner does it all. Happy Thanksgiving from Mel's Diner.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Hi, I'm Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, representing Florida's 25th Congressional District. As your representative, I work for you. If you need help dealing with a federal agency, my team can help navigate the federal bureaucracy and make sure your government is actually working for you. To receive assistance, please call my office at 239-348-1620. It's an honor and privilege to serve you in Congress.
This ad was paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. Are you walking around in pain? Remember, it's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
It starts with a wish, and with your help, it can end with a cure. Prostate cancer affects more than 2 million American men today. Help the Safeway Foundation and stand up to cancer for all the men we love. To learn more about how you can help and to get the facts about prostate cancer, go to SafewayFoundation.org.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along. After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Another pitch to the public. I'm Pam Huso, Fox News. With a win under his belt, President Biden will hit the road again.
President Joe Biden is set to attend the grand opening of General Motors' Factory Zero electric vehicle assembly plant in Detroit. It's his second stop of the week to tout the bipartisan infrastructure bill he signed on Monday. He was in New Hampshire yesterday.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers, the bill includes $7.5 billion to create new electric vehicle charging stations. The president says the legislation will also create jobs. A bigger domestic policy bill could get a vote in the House this week.
Build Back Better, the estimated $1.75 trillion social spending bill focusing on subjects like climate change, is still on Capitol Hill months after the White House hoped it would hit the president's desk. President Biden is counting on Build Back Better to make it into law.
Fox's David Spunt, Republicans warn that unleashing more government spending will worsen inflation. During a fiery hearing focusing primarily on border security, Senate Republican Ted Cruz asked Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas about the treatment of unaccompanied minors.
How many children have been in the Biden cages in calendar year 2021?
Senator, I respectfully disagree with your use of the term cages.
The secretary called on Congress to fix what he called a fundamentally broken immigration system. Day 2 of deliberations in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial. The jury, comprised of 5 men and 7 women, worked for nearly 8 hours yesterday. Outside the courthouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin, loud demonstrations for and against Rittenhouse. Those protests could be heard inside. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
We have a disabled vehicle heading out right now on Daniels Parkway at Treeline Avenue, causing a little bit of roadblock in a right-hand turn lane onto Treeline. So watch out for some slight delays nearby, getting on and off of 75 from Daniels, in and out of the Gateway area. We also have a crash we're keeping an eye on toward Galleon Drive and Gordon Drive in Collier County. That's with injuries, a possible patrol car crash, according to Florida Highway Patrol, with a little bit of roadblock. It looks like an EMS on scene. Heading through Collier County as well, we also have a crash at Logan Boulevard and Pine Ridge Road. And along 75 southbound, a crash off to the side of the road. Looks like a hit and run. That's at mile marker 117, just north of the exit to Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into middle 80s under a partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout the day and through the overnight time frame. We should stay dry through your Wednesday night. Thursday morning, kicking it off with a milder start with a low near about 69 to 70 degrees. We warm up to 80 for tomorrow, but be on the lookout for the return of some rain, some thunderstorms throughout the day with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Friday featuring some isolated rain as a weak front passes on through. We'll keep with that chance for some isolated rain into your Saturday as breezy conditions develop behind that front. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000. MortgageWarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154. Equal housing lender.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Secretary Mayorkas, you testified several times that our immigration system is, quote, fundamentally broken. True or false, under President Trump, we saw the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years.
I don't know if it's within 45 years, but we certainly saw in 2020 a low level of illegal immigration. 2019 was
okay.
very
True
high.
Or false, Secretary Mayorkas? This year, under Joe Biden, we've seen the highest rate of illegal immigration in 61 years.
Again, I don't know the number of years, but it's certainly a historic high, Senator.
So you're right, it's broken, but you broke it.
You broke it. That's right. A little fireworks there on Capitol Hill. That is Ted Cruz in Department of Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas right there talking about some of the issues of illegal immigration and, of course, how it is broken. A lot of questions that are not being answered by Joe Biden's DHS chief. And I wanted to get some questions answered, especially what's happening along the border and some of what's going on even with our Border Patrol. Brandon Judd is the president of the National Border Patrol Council. That's the labor union representing about 18,000 Border Patrol agents and support personnel assigned to U.S. Border Patrol. And he's joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. It's Drew Steele. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
I'll tell you, it's hard to hear. It's hard to listen to this. It's hard to listen to those in the Biden administration talk about what's going on along our southern border and even what is happening right now with agents. First of all, can you talk a little bit about what you heard yesterday and some of the concerns that Border Patrol agents have with what maybe they're hearing from the DHS chief?
Well, certainly. If you believe in the rule of law, if you want this country secure, what you heard yesterday should be very difficult to hear. It should be very disturbing to anybody that understands that our freedoms are derived through the rule of law. If we don't have the rule of law, that Constitution, the Bill of Rights, it does us no good. You know, we're the greatest country in the world because we have those two documents, but those two documents are protected by the law. And if we don't enforce the laws properly, our freedoms go away. And so anybody that listened to that hearing yesterday should be disturbed as far as what is taking place on the border. We are at all-time highs. In the first month of this fiscal year, in the month of October, we're already on pace to have nearly 2 million apprehensions if we continue to go on. So, yeah, this administration is doing nothing to secure the border. You would have thought that after what happened with all those Haitians under the bridge in Del Rio with those pictures and how bad they were embarrassed, you would have thought that they would have done something, but they've done absolutely nothing. No programs, operations, nothing to help us secure the border. They just don't care.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you think that when you hear and you see what's going on, you imagine that they don't care. Some people might suggest that they do care. They do care about them coming here because there is a political agenda attached to it. many of the things that we're starting to hear. As a matter of fact, I just brought up a little earlier about the Build Back Better bill that's trying to be pushed through the House, and the massive $1.7 trillion spending package. And we come to find out now that there's a provision in there that requires that a child not have or show to have a valid Social Security number, and they'll be eligible for tax credits. And so there's questions there of how that would be used, and how this almost feels as if, and not almost, does feel like this is something planned. How could you possibly believe that we could have a secure nation if we can't secure the borders?
Well, it is planned, and that's the problem that we're facing. Again, they do care about their base. They do care about energizing those individuals, but they don't care about the rule of law, and that's why they don't care about securing the border. The only thing that they care about is their next election and whether or not they're going to bring their base out to the ballots. They know that they cannot win unless their base shows up, so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to stay in contact. They're trying to energize their base. Unfortunately, fortunately, the vast majority of the American public, they want to see a secure border. Yeah. So even if they do bring their base out, even if they come out, they're still going to lose. But, you know, it goes a little bit beyond that. I mean, we can all add. We can all put 2 and 2 together, and it always equals 4. It never equals 5. It never equals 3. It always equals 4. And you have to ask yourself why. Why are they doing it? And the only thing that any intelligent person can come up with is they want to change the electorate. They want to change who is going to the ballots because they want to stay in power from here on out. And they know that the only way that they can do that is if they change the people that are going out to the ballots. So they're bringing in more people that could potentially vote.
Yeah. I might challenge you on the 2 + 2 = 4 thing. Have you been following what's going on in some school districts around the country? How the 2.2
That's a good point.
2 + 2 = well, let's not get carried away with the 4 yet, because I can give you 10 reasons why it might be something else. Yeah, that's a whole other story and another topic. But getting back to what's going on along the border, and you know, I'm concerned about what's been happening with Border Patrol agents, and maybe you can speak to this, because even with what they have to deal with on a daily basis, everything that's going on and what support or lack of that sometimes they may feel like they're getting from this administration, the vaccine mandate, even I think they could. Word has it that we could lose up to 11,000 agents due to the vaccine mandate. I mean, I'm hearing numbers like that. I mean, I'm not sure if that's accurate, but that's something that I'm hearing. I'm concerned about what's going on with agents.
Yeah, 11,000 isn't accurate. That was accurate about a week and a half ago. We're still astronomically high. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We're still in the thousands. It's just not 11,000. Right now, we're looking at about 4,000 agents that have chosen that have either submitted a request for an exemption or just flat out have chosen not to get vaccinated. But the fact remains, one is too many. It doesn't matter. If I lose one agent on the border, that is too many right now. If you look at what's currently going on, the largest illegal immigration crisis in the history of the United States. And we're talking about firing agents because they don't want to put something in their body that could potentially be harmful to them. It makes absolutely no sense. And that's why when you look at, you know, who really cares about this country, when you look at bills that have been introduced, Senator Marsha Blackburn has introduced a bill that would keep all first responders that don't choose to get vaccinated. You know, there are some common sense things out there. I shouldn't say common sense because it is uncommon, but there are some things out there that do make sense for the American public.
Nope.
Losing thousands of agents is insane, and it's unconscionable.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt as we continue to keep an eye on this story, and it's unfortunate some of what is happening. We have good people along our southern border that are concerned about the safety and security of the country, are trying to do the right thing. They're figuratively, their hands are tied and being able to do what needs to be done. And unfortunately, as people are starting to see what is happening, you know, sometimes it's too late. We get word of even what was discussed yesterday with Senator Mike Lee as he was talking to the DHS secretary about how that one individual who made their way to Jacksonville, coming across the border and then ultimately gets sent to Jacksonville, taking the life of a family member who brought that person in, making believe that they were a 17-year-old, I guess, when they weren't. Some questions there, taking the life of an American citizen. And again, that's where we get to this point where how it is that you have a DHS secretary on Capitol Hill that can't describe and can't specifically tell you the numbers of people that the criminals, murderers, people coming across the border, even Afghan. I believe there was a question about that. The failure to check for Afghan migrants, even that issue as well. So a lot that still happens with our immigration policies.
Yeah, and that's the chaos that we're seeing on the border every single day.
Yeah.
We literally just don't have the time to vet the people that are crossing the border illegally. So when we release these people, there's been many, many reports out there on the number of people that have been released with NTAs or NTRs. That means they get released in the country pending a future court date. They're basically given a de facto legal status. They can do everything that a legal citizen can do. Somebody that's here legally or even a United States citizen. They're given all of those benefits for crossing our borders illegally. They're ultimately being rewarded.
Right.
And because we can't vet them, we have people that are claiming to be 17 when in reality they're in their 20-year-old. They're in their 20s, and they're going out and they're committing crimes. We are arresting more people with very violent criminal records right now as we speak than we have ever done before. So yes, there is a very good likelihood that people are entering this country illegally. They're able to evade apprehension because on top of all of that I just explained, we also have the highest number of people that are getting away, that are able to avoid apprehension. 48,000 people last month alone were able to enter the country illegally and evade apprehension. Those are also record numbers. So, yes, there is a very good likelihood that people from countries that want to do us harm are able to enter our country, and they're here today simply because this administration didn't do what was necessary to secure the border. And by the way, it's very easy to secure.
Right. Yep. That is true. And again, it goes back to what you can do, what you choose to do, are two completely different things. Brandon Judd is the president of the National Border Patrol Council, a labor union representing about 18,000 Border Patrol agents. And we appreciate a few minutes of his time today on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All the best, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. And let's find out what's going on right now with traffic up to the minute. Here is Therese O'Shea. She's got it.
Heading out through I-75 southbound, we have a hit-and-run crash off to the side of the road right before the exit to Bonita Beach Road near mile marker 117, just causing some slight slowdowns nearby. Once you get off of 75 south to exit 116, we've got a crash also on Bonita Beach Road right near that right turn lane at the light on 75 and Bonita Beach Road southeast. Also, a disabled vehicle off to the side of Daniels Parkway near Treeline Avenue, not causing any major slowdowns or roadblock out there. And a crash on Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers near Sun and Fun Mobile Home Park. Seeing some slight slowdowns nearby because of that. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a slightly warmer day for your Wednesday afternoon as temperatures will be pushing back into the middle 80s under partly cloudy sky. High-level clouds continue to fill in for the remainder of today. This comes ahead of a batch of moisture that will bring us the return of some scattered rain and thunderstorms for your Thursday, waking up to 69 degrees for tomorrow with a high of 80 for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
You know, joint relief doesn't have to mean drugs and surgery. Now there's a better alternative that patients are raving about. Hey, it's Drew Steele from my friends at QC Kinetics, local medical professionals using natural biologic treatments. Highly concentrated healing properties from your own body put directly into the affected joint, restoring and repairing damaged tissue the way your body was designed to heal. If you're tired of the Band-Aid solutions like drugs and steroids, and you really want to avoid surgery, you need to check out QC Kinetics. Regenerative, restorative, natural treatments for knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, pain in your hips. Don't continue to suffer. And don't go in for surgery until you check this out. See it for yourself. See if you're a candidate. QC Kinetics. Call 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN.
It's Beatlemania. Turn back the clocks and experience the Fab Four, America's ultimate Beatles tribute, live at Barbara B. Mann Performing Arts Hall at FSW December 1st. Tickets on sale online at bbmanpah.com, by phone at 481-4849, or at the box office. Relive the 60s and 70s with this year-for-year Beatles replication, playing some of the greatest songs of all time. The Fab Four, December 1st.
Southwest Florida, are you getting the most out of your Medicare benefits? Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more for your Medicare dollar, including benefits like vision, hearing, dental care, and much more. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-855-608-8763. That's 1-855-608-8763. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. I've been to Dr. France and his team for a LASIK procedure. Family members have been there for cataract surgery, and no one can perform a better procedure than Dr. France and his team anywhere in Southwest Florida. They know how important it is to not only clear the blurry view caused by cataracts, but to provide patients with solutions tailored to meet their individual needs. And because no two eyes are alike, Dr. France and his team will determine the best lens technology for you and your eyes to make sure you have the best results. Maybe you need clear vision at near, far, and in-between distances, or an extended depth of focus solution for driving at night. Whatever it is, you can trust your eyes with France Eye Care. Experience matters. The latest technology matters. Call France Eye Care today. Dial star 2020 from your mobile phone or call 239-418-0999.
Friends, I care.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Don't forget about our men and women serving overseas with 10,000 for the troops. We appreciate you getting those Christmas cards out as soon as possible. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, here we go. It's the president of these United States. Oh. Good morning, Mr. President.
Hey, it's great to be on the Damn Mistake Show with Ally McBeal. I think I've seen you on the TV a time or two. Jilly would know for sure.
What are you talking about? It's Daybreak with Drew Steele, don't you?
Oh, you know the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to talk to him too, man. Happy to.
Yeah.
Now, but before I just want to warn you.
Yeah.
You know, before we start here, not sure if you heard, but we've got some turkeyflation going on, man.
Yeah.
Turkeyflation.
Yeah.
The grocery prices are a little steep, but don't worry.
Yeah.
My infrastructure bill, it's going to fix everything.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, everything's going to be back to normal by third quarter 2022 or 3. Yeah, 2023.
All right, well, let's talk about the turkeyflation, if you don't mind. Consumer prices, 6.2% increase from a year ago, the most in over 30 years. People paying more for everything. We're strapped for cash. I mean, it's a mess. You got any advice for struggling Americans to put together a holiday meal? How about that?
You better believe I got some advice, man. Okay, Thanksgiving dinner, man. So you know how you have all your aunts and uncles and cousins over there you haven't seen all year, right?
Right.
Well, you just get each and every one of those annoying, fat, freeloading bastards to bring the stuffing and the potatoes and the yams and even the turkey.
Yeah.
You'll be all set.
Yeah.
It'll be the cheapest gobbler day you ever had, by golly.
Yeah.
And that's not hyperbole.
Yeah, it's not at all. All right. You know, it's not just food prices. I mean, it's everything, right? Even gasoline. What are you going to do to lower the gas prices, sir?
Well, not to tip my hand, but what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and tap into the petroleum jelly reserves, which you know, that was the advice given to me by the Senate Majority Leader, Schmuck Schumer. You know,
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah.
And not only that, but us Hair Plugs Club for Men guys got to stick together.
But that's a temporary thing. Come on now.
But look, folks, I know it's tough right now. Lou, listen to me, okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Your wallet, I know your wallet's getting pinched, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I know.
Yeah.
Even Hunter told me the price of crack went up 200%. So it's hard on everyone.
Yeah.
Man. everyone. But it's going to turn around. I promise
all
you.
right,
let's to God's ears, man.
All right, yeah. Well, oh gosh. All right, let's change the subject. Some bad news. The former president Donald Trump now leads you in double digits. If there was a head-to-head presidential election right now, and the poll saying that if it was taking place in Iowa, this poll, double digits you're losing to the former president.
Okay. Let's not focus on the negative. You know, look. I always hate to hear things like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't worry me.
No,
it doesn't worry me. The election's years away. Years away. This is nonsense, man. Come on. This isn't even a real thing they're talking about here. It's just one of those hyper-patheticals.
Hyper. Okay, hold on a second, sir. Hold on. We got somebody else on the other line. Let's see, Jake. Who do we have? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hey!
Right all along.
Yes, it's former President Trump. All right, how are you, sir?
Great news to share, Drew.
Yeah,
Great
tell
news.
me. What?
Well, now that Britney Spears is free, she'll finally be allowed to come out and announce that she's a Trump supporter. How about that?
I didn't know that.
The definition of freedom.
I had no idea. All right. Hey, listen, we were just talking about this new poll, sir. What about the poll in Iowa? It says you're leading Joe Biden by double digits. Makes you feel pretty good, right? And maybe you in 2024, maybe you're thinking about that. How about
I'll tell you what, it's hard to say. I mean, maybe I'll run, maybe I won't. Maybe I run, maybe I won't. I don't know. By 2024, Sleepy Joe will probably be sucking his dinner through a straw, so not exactly sure where that leaves things. Oh, go eat a bean, you rinky-dinkin' spit licker. Come on, man. Whoa, that was a new one.
That was.
Joe.
All right, sir, let's former President Trump speak. Hold on a second. So the double-digit lead, what about that?
Well, frankly, I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm surprised I'm only leading by double digits.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it would be triple digits by now.
Right.
So seriously, this poll isn't saying much. Not much. I mean, to put things in tremendous perspective, Drew, a cheese sandwich is leading Biden by 78%. Shut up, man.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily, Sleepy Joe isn't taking it too hard because he's forgotten the story about me leading him in the poll about 10 minutes after his aides told him about it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So a question for the former president. Chris Christie's got a book coming out. All right, here we go. He's writing that you called him when both of you were hospitalized with COVID, and you were calling just to make sure he wasn't going to blame you for getting COVID. What is he talking about?
Christie wrote a book. He can type with those Flintstone fingers. He really can, huh? Come on.
Oh, boy.
He did. You're telling me he wrote a book. Well, what do you think? Many people tell me that my empathy and compassion knows no bounds.
Yeah.
So this doesn't make very much sense.
Yeah, okay.
You better believe when I win in 2024, not saying that I'm running, but if I did, and I might, and I will when I win in 2024,
okay.
Chris Christie will hop back on the Trump train quicker than you can say free chili fries. Now that I think about it, I have difficulty picturing Christie hopping.
Yeah, well, there is that issue. Getting back to President Biden, listen, I got to ask before we go.
Still here, man.
Yeah, okay, good. We've seen reports at CNN and other outlets that there's some tension between you and the vice president. You guys getting along, or?
Okay, well, do me a favor. Remind me again. Who's the vice president?
It's Kamala Harris.
Oh, right. Well, around here we call her the Riddler behind her back because of that cackle thing she does.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, I never thought about that.
One, Joe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right.
Say it with me. Let's go, Riddler. Let's go, Riddler. No,
Okay,
it's Brandon, Joe. Brandon.
Yeah, it is.
Go, Brandon.
That's right. Okay. Listen, thank you for calling, both of you, President Biden and President.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But, don't forget the infrastructure. We're gonna build back better, man. Sleepy Joe is so senile, Drew.
Yeah.
He wants to replace Attorney General Merrick Garland with the emu from those Liberty Mutual commercials.
Probably. All right, we got to go.
Shut up, man.
All right, that's good. All right, we got to go. There they are, the president and former president of these United States. Does the emu still do the Liberty Mutual commercials? I guess. Okay. All right. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. Christmas cards for our men and women serving overseas. Mel's Diner locations. You can drop them off there as well. Thank you so much for your support with that.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Taxes are never fun to talk about. But now, more than ever, it is super important to have a plan to make sure you mitigate how much taxes you owe. Ty Lassiter here of Key City Capital to explain more. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth. And planning for tax is one of the most important ways that we can do that. The fourth quarter is a crucial time to make decisions to ensure that you have the lowest tax bill possible. Key City Capital has a tremendous track record of saving our clients up to 30% or more a year on their tax bill.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer. At Rock Solid Countertops and More, $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99 installed. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap or that new deck I just built by myself?
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom, unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out through I-75 southbound, we have a hit-and-run crash off to the side of the road right before the exit to Bonita Beach Road near mile marker 117, just causing some slight slowdowns nearby. Once you get off of 75 south to exit 116, we've got a crash also on Bonita Beach Road right near that right turn lane at the light on 75 and Bonita Beach Road southeast. Also, a disabled vehicle off to the side of Daniels Parkway near Treeline Avenue, not causing any major slowdowns or roadblock out there. And a crash on Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers near Sun and Fun Mobile Home Park. Seeing some slight slowdowns nearby because of that. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into middle 80s under partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout
Everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. That's right, Southwest Florida. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter when or where you originally bought that trade-in from. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Well, is the little pill working yet?
Men, these days could be a thing of the past. Hello, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics. Recent advances in non-surgical treatment for erectile dysfunction, combining high-frequency shockwave therapy with the P-Shot, which utilizes platelet-rich plasma, can help restore your virility. These treatments help restore blood flow to the penis and rejuvenate penile tissues, resulting in longer, stronger, firmer, more satisfying erections. Both treatments are simple, in-office procedures, and there is no pain and no downtime. You can resume all normal activities immediately after treatment, including sexual activity. Men, you don't have to suffer anymore. If you have erectile dysfunction or simply want to improve your sexual function, call Neogenics at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999. Again, 277-9999.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Hey, coming up in about 10 more minutes, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And for today, we've got a gift certificate for you to Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner. It is fantastic in Naples. Had a chance to eat there just a few weeks ago, and I love it. It is a great place there off of Mission Hills Drive in Naples. So Alda's Diner, the Alda's Restaurant and Bar, we've got a gift certificate for you to eat there. That is just for playing Drew's College. So coming up. Also, please don't forget 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. As you know, I know a lot of people in the community working hard to make sure that we hit the deadline of December 3rd to get those Christmas cards out to our men and women serving overseas. We do it each and every year. We cannot thank you enough, humbled by the participation each and every year. And, sometimes we get caught up in the holiday season. Obviously, next week being Thanksgiving week, that gets a little different when it comes to the obligations that you have with family and friends and the like. And so we do appreciate that you are taking time to get your Christmas cards together. You mail them out to 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Or you can drop them off at any one of Mel's Diner's locations across Southwest Florida. So thank you for that. And Kim Gade and everybody over at Lee Health, working so hard to vet these cards. Please, no glitter inside the envelopes. And don't seal the envelopes because they got to be opened up and just checked and vetted. So we appreciate that you would keep an eye on that as well as you get those cards out. 10,000 for the troops. All right, Brendan Leslie is Florida's conservative voice. flconservativevoice.com is the website with a lot going on. There's a particular story I want to get to today that I'm not really sure I believe when I see it, but he's got it at the website, so I want to ask him about it. Brendan, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good. How are we doing, Drew?
We're doing well. Boy, I saw this story and I thought, wait a minute. So are they admitting it now? And if they're not admitting it now, then they're changing the wording of it to kind of fool you, trick you. I don't know what it is. Tell everybody what's going on right now at FSU.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, I broke the news about how Florida State University is teaching this thing called a racial quiz, and it basically asks you how you feel about white and black people. It's aimed to divide amongst our students, and it's basically another arm of critical race theory. So we got word that the college was actually requiring these elements for students to graduate in their honors program, and we couldn't believe it. So we reached out to the school, and we were like, is this true? And they respond with a statement and say, oh, yeah, it's true. You got to do this for we teach racial bias, and we consider it a good concept. So what they're doing is they're teaching critical race theory, but they're not calling it critical race theory. They're calling it, quote, biases. And they also think it's, quote, a good concept to teach our students. A public university, mind you.
So you found out that there's a colloquium instructor that's teaching this. It's part of the honors curriculum. It's required for honor students to graduate. Like, you have to do this, take this, pass this.
Yeah. It might not be the specific quiz, but it's the critical race theory elements, the biases that they are teaching to their students in order to pass, and they think it's needed and it's good.
So again, and it comes down to just another example of how we are dealing with this all the time. You think that for some reason that it's just going to be at the college level, bad enough that we're getting it at the college level, but it all leaks down and we start to see it more and more in our high schools and even in our businesses when we start to hear about the chief of diversity or some department of diversity, equity, and inclusion. All of these words, that is critical race theory. That's what this is. And again, here we are, and I'm looking at it right now. And if you go to flconservativevoice.com, you can see this, I guess, the quiz that is out there. And it is, it's racist. I mean, it's just flat out the questions that are being asked. You can see it for yourself at flconservativevoice.com.
It is definitely racist. We saw similar issues here in Babcock Ranch. It's happening in the grade levels there. We're seeing it bits and pieces throughout Lee and Collier counties. It is happening, and we need to have our eyes open to it. And that's why, this is why I am so laser focused on the school board issues and bringing these things to light, because every single time you do, some kind of change can happen.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of school boards, Brendan Leslie is joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, Florida Conservative Voice. flconservativevoice.com is the website. You know about this and you heard about it, I'm sure. And just in case people are thinking that the whole Merrick Garland FBI going after parents as a domestic terrorist threat, and that was just something that was kind of dreamed up by, red state individuals, Trump supporters, I don't know, whatever istanobia you want to put in front of that. We come to find out now that there was a whistleblower that talked about how there was they provided a, quote, protected disclosure revealing that the FBI's counterterrorism division is compiling and categorizing threat assessments related to parents, including a document directing the FBI to use a specific threat tag to track potential investigations. It's real, Brendan. It's happening. They're trying to look at our parents as threats because they have concerns about what's going on in our school districts. It's outrageous.
It's getting to the point where whoever ends up running for president in 24 on the Republican ticket, they're not a serious candidate unless they campaign on completely cleaning house in the DOJ. Are you kidding me with this? First, you have them unconstitutionally raiding Project Veritas Journalism's homes. Now you got them literally creating crime. You're not supposed to investigate to find a crime. You're supposed to investigate after a crime. they are being proactive in creating crimes and creating these false narratives, and they are going after just normal parents because how dare they? How dare your parents care about their children? And you know what? If you go out there and you call a school board member a mean name, you're a domestic terrorist, and it's probably because you're probably one of those parents that would vote for Glenn Youngkin. So we can't. Joe Biden can't allow that. He can't allow real parents to stand up and let their voices be heard. He's got to shut them down.
Again, the connections here, we have seen, we know the National School Board Association and the connections with the president at the White House. Ask the president in a letter for federal help in dealing with threats by people opposed to face mask mandates. You've got the issues of critical race theory being taught. You have the issues of transgender bathrooms and more. And even now we find out, and I talked about this story, and I'm sure you probably heard about it as well, about the fact that you have colleges who are telling you that if you don't put your proper pronoun, if you don't add that to your work that you do in Loyola Marymount is the one school that I was looking at. Their new syllabus, they've added this, that you have to include your pronouns next to your name in your blog posts and your work that you do. Otherwise, there will be penalties for not doing. And you don't think that that's going to eventually make its way down to schools? Of course it will. Here in Southwest Florida, whether it's a high school, middle school, I mean, is that where we're going?
It's happening right here. I just reported on it. It's funny that you mentioned that. Just reported with Baron Collier. We had a whistleblower student come forward and talk to us about how her English teacher, 10th grade English teacher, was teaching how gender is basically not a real thing. And she, at the beginning of the school year, was making them say all their pronouns. It's ridiculous. I'm out here in Dallas right now. I was on Blaze TV yesterday, and I was talking about it all day. All day. This is just another one of their plays out of the communist playbook. They are trying to completely change our society, and this is one of the ways they're doing it, by causing division with gender and race.
Yeah. These are stories that you have to keep an eye on, everybody. They're important. It is something that isn't going to go away. You're going to have, again, and I can't stress this enough, two things that are so important. The culture war is the battle of our time. The culture war is the battle. It's at your front door, and it's happening right now. We win the culture battle. And the second point I have to stress, and I can't say this enough, the minority of voices are the ones that are the loudest and are the ones that are willing to burn and destroy and loot to get what they want, but they are not the majority. The minority of voices do not speak for the majority. They pretend that they do. They try to make it seem like that's the case, but it's not. You are the majority, and you will win in the end, as long as we keep pushing back. And
that's all they got is fear, intimidation. They got to rule through that.
Yeah. All right. And with the help of people like Brendan Leslie, flconservativevoice.com. Go to the website, see this story, check it out for yourself, and see the list. Look, you can see it right there. You can see it, what's happening at FSU and what they're doing with regard to this story. And you'll make your decision. See for yourself whether or not you feel like this is a problem. And we have to push back. All right, Brendan, I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for checking in.
All right, Drew, thanks.
All right, we'll see you in a bit. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Yeah, I mean, some of these stories that continue to come up. And not only that, but what is local, state, and national media doing? What are they doing to stop pushing misinformation, lies? This monopoly on misinformation is a Wall Street Journal opinion about this. I definitely would recommend that if you can, you read this. Left-leaning media seek a misinformation monopoly. They peddle their own falsehoods while trying to drive opposing views out of circulation entirely. It's a great article, and it's very important when you think about what the media is doing, propagating, what direction they want you to go with what is being talked about. And in this article, they were bringing up specific points Inflation isn't a problem. Andrew Cuomo was America's greatest governor. Republican-run states are killing people with their anti-science COVID policies. A white man killed a secession of Asian Americans in Georgia in a fit of racist rage. Russians offered cash bounties to the Taliban to kill American soldiers. Anyone who suggested the pandemic started in a Chinese laboratory was a racist. Oh, and Mr. Trump's postmaster general was stealing mailboxes. Can you name similar falsehoods on the other side? Of course you can. There's the impenetrable drive of QAnon and its tail of political elite that drives the blood of children, but also less lurid and more widely disseminated and believed the 2020 election was stolen in some kind of conspiracy between Venezuelan operatives and Democrat ballot. I mean, it goes on and talks about how it's not just the left and what they're doing, but the discourse that they're pushing and how they continue to push this in ways that have people guessing, questioning, wondering where the truth lies, how they continue to do this, and how that is their monopoly. Their monopoly is, and their strength is, showing to everybody that where they lie is political. The unfortunate reality is that where the media is, the left-leaning media, seeking this misinformation monopoly and peddling falsehoods, is because they're not looking for the facts. They're looking to settle into where everybody knows that they are, and they can't pretend any longer, which is Democrat operatives. They're just operatives for the left in this country, and that's how they continue to be. And that's why it's important to have independent journalism. That's why it's important to be listening to this station and the voices that are on this station to find out where the truth is, where it sits, and what's being done to you by others. 239-479-5592. You ready to go? I didn't want to do it. That's not a clap back. That's just me clapping because I'm excited. Play the music. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. I'm talking about the getting it. Yeah, that. I wasn't talking about my music. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. I need caller number 9 to call right now at 239-479-5592. Not only will you play Drew's College, you may or may not get a PhD, but you will win a gift certificate to Alda's Restaurant and Bar. Alda's Diner is how it's known in Naples. It is fantastic. What a great place to eat. Mission Hills Drive in Naples. You are really, really going to enjoy Alda's Restaurant and Bar, and it is a great place to be, and get that gift certificate for you right now for caller number 9. Drew's College coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Heading out through I-75 southbound, we have a hit-and-run crash off to the side of the road right before the exit to Bonita Beach Road near mile marker 117, just causing some slight slowdowns nearby. Once you get off of 75 south to exit 116, we've got a crash also on Bonita Beach Road right near that right turn lane at the light on 75 and Bonita Beach Road southeast. Also have a disabled vehicle off to the side of Daniels Parkway near Treeline Avenue, not causing any major slowdowns or roadblock out there. And a crash on Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers near Sun and Fun Mobile Home Park. Seeing some slight slowdowns nearby because of that. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a slightly warmer day for your Wednesday afternoon as temperatures will be pushing back into the middle 80s under partly cloudy sky. High-level clouds continue to fill in for the remainder of today. This comes ahead of a batch of moisture that will bring us the return of some scattered rain and thunderstorms for your Thursday, waking up to 69 degrees for tomorrow with a high of 80 for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Friday and Saturday only at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our multi-million-dollar holiday VIP sale. As a very important person, you come in and make your best offer. This VIP sale is your chance to negotiate the best jewelry price of a lifetime. That's right, you name the price. This is the opportunity to save big on fine jewelry and diamonds for the holidays. Choose from Duncan's Diamonds' spectacular selection of certified diamonds and diamond jewelry. 5 times the selection of other jewelry stores. Duncan Duncan's Diamonds has the best selection of designer jewelry. Just make an offer on your favorite diamonds and jewelry. This weekend is the perfect time to buy at Duncan's Diamonds Holiday VIP. You can make your best deal on all diamond rings, bracelets, diamond earrings, and more. Select diamonds will be at wholesale prices. Don't miss this opportunity. No reasonable offer will be refused this Friday and Saturday at Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Imagine you're on your way to work and then bam, your whole life changes. You're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you. It's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's see. Let's go to let's go to Mike. Let's go to Bill. Here's Bill in Fort Myers. I pushed the wrong button. Sorry. There's Bill in Fort Myers. Hey, Bill.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
That's good. Boy, Mike's gonna feel bad that I didn't push his button. Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And your associate's degree question starts right now. Hey, Bill. Bill Clinton succeeds as the 42nd president of the United States. Who did he beat to win?
Ooh.
Bill Clinton, 92, becomes president of the United States. And who was before him?
Nixon successful. Who was that? Ford.
No, it's George H.W. Bush. George H.W. All right, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. What do we call the first 10 amendments of the Constitution?
The Bill of Rights.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. Let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. How many Supreme Court justices are there right now as we speak?
9.
9 is correct, sir. You got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. In the 60s, there was a big presidential debate. As a matter of fact, it was the first televised presidential debate. Do you remember the 2 presidents that were squaring off? One of them, I'll tell you, was John F. Kennedy. Who was the other person?
Nixon.
That is correct, sir. Oh, what a guess! That was that was brilliant. Look at you, Bill. Mike, congratulations. You got yourself not only a master's degree today on Drew's College, but you've got the gift certificate to Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner. We call it that as well. It's a great place. It's so awesome. You're going to love it. Mission Hills Drive in Naples. And I've got that gift certificate for you. So congratulations to you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you.
It is perfect. And so are you. Well, you're not perfect. I mean, you got one wrong, so it's not. But maybe in your world, it's. What's that? What were you saying? Jake was saying something. Was that not nice to say? Was it? He may very well be.
In his heart of hearts, he got the PhD.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Okay. We'll do it again tomorrow.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Sales desk, Marty.
Gobble, gobble.
Sales desk, Marty speaking.
Gobble, gobble.
Hey, stop calling here.
Whoa, Marty, is this how you greet customers?
What's with the turkeys?
Well, Victory Lane Chevrolet's talking turkey on price.
Turkey?
Victory Lane's carving up their overhead and passing the savings on to their customers.
Oh, how nice.
And Victory Lane's setting the table with over KBB for trades and Black Friday pricing on new Chevys.
Wait. They're paying overbooked value?
Uh-huh. Ready for seconds?
No, thanks. I'm on a diet.
Sounds like Marty's hangry. Victory Lane Chevrolet's talking turkey all month long. Get over KBB value for your trade and get 0% financing on most Chevy SUVs in stock. New Silverados save an additional $2,500 off MSRP if you're a current Costco member. Plus our goal, 100% credit approval. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. 0% with approved credit on select models. All rebates to dealer cannot combine offers. Costco members must provide proof of membership. Expires 11/30/21.
It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned pre-Black Friday tag sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys tagged with liquidation pricing. Save $2,000, $4,000, even $6,000 at Rockstar Harley's pre-owned pre-Black Friday tag sale. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, it's not a problem. Rockstar Harley is accepting 100% of all credit applications. Repo struck in and the owner says, used bikes must go this week. And you don't need perfect credit or a cash down payment. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is the #1 volume Harley-Davidson dealer group in Florida. Pre-owned pre-Black Friday tag sale ends this Sunday.
92.5 Fox News.
So, Fox News. In a couple of hours, the jury deliberating the fate of Kyle Rittenhouse will get back to work. Yesterday, protesters gathered in Kenosha.
We did talk to a small group of protesters yesterday who were gathering on the front steps of the courthouse, and you could easily hear them inside the courtroom.
Kyle was in self-defense. He was being chased.
Tensions are high because there's a possibility that a murderer could be off.
And as those tensions remain high here in Kenosha, business owners on edge.
Fox's Alexis McAdams. If you want to fight inflation, spend more money. That's the argument being made by Democrats.
We passed the American Rescue Plan. We've passed the Bipartisan Infrastructure Agreement. And we are going to pass the Build Back Better Act.
Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, the House could vote on Build Back Better this week, even though the Congressional Budget Office hasn't scored the bill. Republicans are opposed.
Their latest proposal, Build Back Better, is going to increase taxes on 20 to 30% of every Americans by 20 to 30%. It's also going to increase inflation.
Congressman James Comer. While touting the bipartisan infrastructure bill, President Biden used an old rusty bridge in New Hampshire as a backdrop. Today, he heads to Detroit for the grand opening of General Motors' Factory Zero electric vehicle assembly plant.
The bill included $7.5 billion to create new electric vehicle charging stations, and his remarks in Michigan are expected to outline how those stations will make it easier to drive an electric vehicle. He's also expected to discuss how it will reduce emissions and create jobs.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. He likely acted alone. That's what police in Britain are saying about the suspect killed in a bomb blast in Liverpool on Sunday. America's listening to Fox News.
In the morning and at night, we're the station that gets it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out through I-75 southbound, we have a hit-and-run crash off to the side of the road right before the exit to Bonita Beach Road near mile marker 117, just causing some slight slowdowns nearby. Once you get off of 75 South to exit 116, we've got a crash also on Bonita Beach Road right near that right turn lane at the light on 75 and Bonita Beach Road Southeast. Also have a disabled vehicle off to the side of Daniels Parkway near Treeline Avenue, not causing any major slowdowns or roadblock out there. And a crash on Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers near Sun and Fun Mobile Home Park. Seeing some slight slowdowns nearby because of that. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into middle 80s under partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout the day and through the overnight time frame. We should stay dry through your Wednesday night. Thursday morning, kicking it off with a milder start with a low near about 69 to 70 degrees. We warm up to 80 for tomorrow, but be on the lookout for the return of some rain, some thunderstorms throughout the day with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Friday featuring some isolated rain as a weak front passes on through. We'll keep that chance for some isolated rain into your Saturday as breezy conditions develop behind that front. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
No matter where you want to listen, you'll be all set when you stream 92.5 Fox News live at rightallalong.net.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. Don't even think about buying windows from anyone else till you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Hi, I'm Keith, owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. We've dodged a bullet this year from hurricanes and tropical storms, thankfully. Hurricane season is getting worse year after year. Storm Shield wants you to be prepared for next season before it's too late. We offer fair pricing and do what most other companies don't do, like show you the window, let you inspect the warranty, and use employees versus subcontractors for installation. We have energy efficient, Miami-Dade approved windows, which is the highest certification for impact window approval. You can expect ethical business practices, quality over quantity. We hope this information is helpful to you when you choose a window company to replace your windows and doors, and wish you all the best in your quest for the right company. Call us today at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit us on the web at stormshieldswfl.com.
DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to the podcast. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. And, of course, any of Mel's Diner locations, a drop-off location for you to bring those Christmas cards with a warm message to our men and women serving overseas. We are at, we were, last count on Friday, I think it was like 2,317, getting closer to 10,000 each and every day. With your help, we'll reach that number, but we've got a ways to go. So please, please, please get those cards out as soon as you can. December 3rd, the cutoff date. So don't forget that. It's important that we're able to vet the cards and get them out early so that they will make their way to our men and women serving. And with your help, we're going to make this year the biggest ever. So we will get that done. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. All right, keeping an eye on some of the stories that are popping this morning. We've got, let's see, the Rittenhouse case right now. As we know, today we go back to what hopefully will be the decision made by the jury. Hours of deliberation yesterday, and the jury was sent home. 12 jurors, 6 alternates. Returning back to the courthouse today, we come to hear that yesterday you can hear through the courthouse walls protesters demanding and saying that they're going to shut it down if he's not acquitted. Shutting it down, that's right. So you've got people that are saying if they don't get the decision that they want, oh, there's going to be trouble. Hey, does that sound familiar? That's not the way it works. That's not how we do this here in this country. I'm sorry. And sooner or later, we're going to have people that are running cities and states that are not going to allow this to take place. That we're not going to allow the loud, screeching, burning, looting, rioting minority of voices to tell the majority how they're going to act, and when it comes to our justice system, how it's going to act as well. It doesn't work that way. We're not going to, well, I'm not saying that we would. I'm not saying the governor of this state would, but I am saying that there are places in specific jurisdictions in specific states that are having those things take place there without making sure that they shut it down. Now, in the case of Kenosha, we're hearing about National Guard troops. I believe there's like 500 outside of the city ready to go at a moment's notice, which is going to be good. But that's going to have to be the norm as far as keeping things under control. When it comes to situations like this. And that is an important aspect to this. We have the defense now has a couple of issues that they have a motion still pending after the closing arguments, that the defense has a new motion for mistrial arguing that the prosecution withheld some evidence. So they have a couple of issues that they are taking to the judge that was filed. We're going to find out how that goes, keeping an eye, continuing on this story. And another part of the story that may or may not come to fruition as far as factual, if it's factual or not. Jack Posobiec of Human Events was troubled by some of the things that he was hearing and tweeted out yesterday that there were 2 jurors holding up the verdict because of, quote, outright citing backlash, and that they were worried about media leaking their names and what would happen to their families and jobs. And we've heard about the doxing, individuals going into cities saying that they have people that are there that are taking pictures, and there's video of those jurors, and that they can see who they are, and that there are people that on the jury hearing the noise from the outside in and are concerned about their safety. And if this is the case, then, we've got a major problem. Is it the case? We're not sure, but that was put out there yesterday, and we just have to be careful and keep an eye on that. But, again, when I say that to you, it doesn't sound unusual from some of the things that have taken place, considering some of the things that have taken place in the past. And, again, how there are individuals who, if they do not get their way, will do some of the worst things possible to make sure that changes. I know it hurts to say it. It's horrible to even think it, but unfortunately, that's part of what we're dealing with right now. So there's that story. We keep an eye on the Rittenhouse case and the defense and what's going on there. I just saw this. There was new polling numbers out suggesting that, oh boy, Speaker Pelosi might be in for some trouble. Is this right? The latest Rasmussen Report survey just out said likely voters favor Republicans over Democrats by 13 points. Democrats are only favored over Republicans among younger voters, blacks, Democrats, and liberals. There's a huge 20-point gap among independents who would choose a generic Republican over a generic Democrat by a margin of 48 to 26. And it's interesting how the polling numbers have gone. You would imagine that if you're giving money through a Build Back Better debacle or an infrastructure deal where you're getting ready to spend trillions of dollars and you're trying to tout how much of this money is going to help the American people. This is the Democrats that are saying this. You would imagine that that would help your poll numbers. I mean, if you're a Democrat, that's what you live for. Think about this. If you're a Democrat right now listening to the sound of my voice, first of all, I appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Second of all, what are you doing? Why are you a Democrat? Are you really a progressive? Are you really a Marxist, leftist? Is that you? That's not me. I'm not that. Well, then what? Well, why are you with that party? I'm just asking. If anything, be an NPA. Just be an independent. All right, I digress. If you're a Democrat, politically speaking, what do you have to run on? If not the idea that we spend more money on you and spending is going to get us people to the polls. It's going to win elections. If the Democrats lose that, and the suggestion by this polling is that's exactly what's happening. They're losing it. Even when they spend more money, even when they're trying to convince the American people that we're going to spend even more, trillions more on you, all kinds of great things. You know, child tax credits and free health care and free child care and free, and all this money we're going to spend. They have banked their future and their reputation on spending for you so that you will vote for them. If they lose that, what do they have? What else is left? What are you going to run on? And I'm serious. The polling is suggesting that even after the infrastructure bill passes, that everybody sees what happens when you spend trillions of dollars and money chasing after goods and supply chain issues and gas prices and inflation out of control just keeps going higher and higher with no end in sight. That even if I'm making more at my job, it doesn't matter because I still can't make ends meet. And when the government wants to give you more and more and more, and you're not getting dividends back on that in polling or people who are suggesting that they may go out and vote for you, or even in elections, you're losing these elections, you're toast if you're a Democrat, because that's all you have. What politically are you going to run on? You're going to run on COVID? Is that what you're going to run on? You're going to run on a Dr. Fauci and a CDC and whatever the president talks about when he talks about healthcare?
Bad healthcare.
Right. Is that what you're going with? I can play an example for you of what is happening right now with a media who is completely in the bag for Democrats and out of control and dangerous. And I'll use the word dangerous. That's my word. Because of the lies that they are telling the American people. Blatant, flat-out lies that are dangerous and will still do it because they desperately want you to vote for them, or at the least look at Republicans as the ones that are dangerous and the ones that are evil. And I'm not kidding. I can go to The View as a perfect example from yesterday. I don't know if you had a chance to see this. So it was Jedediah Bila, who was supposed to be in studio on The View. She used to work right at Fox News. Then she went over to The View for a little while and then left the program. And I guess every once in a while she's on the program. She was promoting a book yesterday. But I want you to listen to this again. Remember what the narrative here is. The Republicans are bad. They're the ones that are evil. They're the ones that are dangerous when it comes to COVID and vaccines and vaccine mandates. They're the troublemakers. The truth is on the side of Democrats. This is the media's narrative. The truth is on the side of the Democrats. The truth is with the CDC and Dr. Fauci and all the experts that we're supposed to follow. But I want you to listen to this exchange. It's a little long, and I'll break it down into pieces. But man, you've got to listen to this because this is what it's all about. This is how, when we talked about a little earlier, the left-leaning media seeking a misinformation monopoly, like they want to be the ones that are going to give you the misinformation so that they can continue to show that they are not trying to get to the facts. They are strictly a mouthpiece for the left in this country. Listen to this exchange.
Okay, Jed. So let's discuss. Let's address the elephant in the room, because you were supposed to join. You were supposed to join us in the studios weeks ago, but you couldn't because ABC has a very strict policy. You can't get into this building unless you're fully vaccinated. Everybody in this room knows that and is vaccinated. But you made a conscious decision not to get the vaccine. Now, the CDC says a person is 10 times less likely to be hospitalized from COVID and 11 times less likely to die if they've gotten the vaccine. Okay, so why didn't you get it?
Okay, so why would you not get a vaccine if it's supposed to help you? I mean, you have less of a chance to go into the hospital, right? Get sick. I mean, this is why you should get the vaccine. Why would you not do this, Jedediah Biola? That's Joy. I forgot Joy's last name. I keep wanting to say Joy Reid, but it's not Joy Reid. It's the other Joy. Behar, that's it, from The View, right? So why didn't you do this? Now listen to her explanation and then their reaction. So listen to this.
Yeah, so my story is a little bit unique. I'll share that first before I get into those CDC numbers. But
remember, we have only a certain amount of time, Jed, if you want to get everything in.
I have. So I want to let people know why I'm not there. I have a medical exemption to the vaccine that's been written by my infectious disease vaccinated specialist in New York City that's been co-signed by 3 other doctors. I'm not a candidate for this vaccine. I also have sky-high, multi-tiered, multifaceted natural immunity, very, very high, that has also been proven, it has been shown, and it is substantiated by letters from these doctors. So
okay, so let me stop right there, okay? So, you following this, Jake? This is an individual who says she has a medical exemption. Her personally, her medical history would suggest that she should not have the vaccine. She is not a good candidate for it. Doctors have said this. Multiple doctors have told her, listen, you shouldn't be doing this because of your personal medical condition. And apparently, I guess she's had it already. And so she has a very, she was talking about the chances of her getting it, or the fact that she has what am I looking for? Her immunization, her natural immunity. There you go. Sorry. So you're following this, okay? Perfectly legit. Got it all. Here we go.
Me, personally, this vaccine poses a greater risk than a benefit. I'm also not a risk to any of you. I know there's been a lot of debate about that, but I have these doctors who've gone on record with that as well. So,
okay, so she's got natural immunity. She's not a risk to anybody else, but she can't get the vaccine. She just can't do it for medical reasons.
My point about all of this is that I am not anti-vax. What I really want is for people to make these decisions for themselves. I want every one of you to sit with your family members, to sit with your trusted doctors, and to say,
oh, wait a
me,
minute. Wait.
Personally.
Hold on. Did you hear the moan and the groan from Whoopi Goldberg in the back? Oh, here we go. All right, everybody making a personal decision. I mean, how could you make a personal decision? Are you a person that maybe isn't a qualified person to have, or one that should get the vaccine because of a medical condition that would be harmful to you? I mean, yes, she is. But there's Whoopi Goldberg. She's groaning in the back. Oh, here we go.
To sit with your family members, to sit with your trusted doctors, and to say, what is the best decision for me? However, I do oppose mandates. I oppose them on the fact that, let's look at the science. This is a vaccine that was created to prevent severity of disease and to prevent hospitalizations. Now, we can have a whole debate on that in itself, but the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID and does not prevent you from transmitting COVID.
Oh, my goodness.
Reality, and we have
that's
seen that.
not so. Come on.
No,
You've been at Fox TV
you
too
don't have
long.
to, Joy, you don't have to listen to me on that. You don't have to listen to me. You can
Okay,
listen.
wait. So she says...
But the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID and does not prevent you from transmitting COVID.
Oh, my goodness.
Reality, and we have seen that.
That's not so.
That's not so. You've been at Fox News way too long. Hold on, this just in.
Breaking news.
A bombshell. CDC Director Walensky says...
Our vaccines are working exceptionally well. They continue to work well for Delta with regard to severe illness and death. They prevent it. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission.
That's the CDC director. She said it. Jedediah Bila said that the CDC says it. But now you have this is an outrage. How dare you say something like that?
You don't have to listen to me on that. You don't have to listen to me. You can listen to the director of the CDC. You can look at the CDC's website. That is why masks were reinstated for people who were vaccinated, because they said, and they admitted, they came out and said, for this Delta variant, Transmission is going to be a thing for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. So I'm not opposed to the vaccine, but I am opposed to the mandate 100% on the grounds of science.
People have died from COVID, including Manny's in-laws. And we've been friends a long time, but Manny's parents, I just don't understand why you would choose to prioritize your personal freedom over health and safety of others. And I just really don't think that we should allow this kind of misinformation.
Misinformation? Do you see what's happening? You tell me who's dangerous. You tell me who's dangerous. This is serious, everybody. This is serious. I'm sorry, but what are we doing? The CDC director, when it comes to vaccines, says
our vaccines are working exceptionally well. They continue to work well for Delta with regard to severe illness and death. They prevent it. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission.
And when Jedediah Bila dares to say...
But the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID and does not prevent you from transmitting COVID.
Oh, my goodness.
Reality, and we have seen that.
That's not so. Come on. No, you've been at Fox TV too long.
How many people listen to Joy Behar? And because they're lefties, because they're these Marxist progressive lefties on a program during the day, and these are people that are getting their news from The View, and hear that, oh, this is an outrage. I can't believe you're saying that. There you go. You've been at Fox News too long. What happens if they listen to that and they start to take medical advice from The View? And they start to hear this and believe that. The CDC director said it herself. The evidence is there. Is that not dangerous? I mean, when we hear stories about, there was a story in The Hill just yesterday. When we hear stories about, here in the state of Florida, that there was a woman who was requesting to get ivermectin. She had a lawsuit to get the hospital to give her ivermectin. She wanted to use ivermectin, and she ended up passing away after an unsuccessful suit to get it, being denied this medication. What other medications have people been denied because of politics? I know it's not hyperbolic. I'm not trying to be provocative. I'm being serious. You have people on The View that are saying, "Oh, how dare you say that? Nobody is. That's misinformation. You can't come on this program." The CDC director says it, and they're the ones that are supposed to be parroting what the CDC is saying, and then they're doing what they're doing. We can't have this, everybody. This has to stop. It just has to stop, and it won't, because people have planted their flag and they're sticking to their tribe, and they're the ones that are going to make sure that progressivism wins and the left is going to win, unless they don't. And more people are realizing what's going on here, and more people are not only speaking out, but they're not allowing this to stand. It's just outrageous. They didn't even listen to her. 239-479-5592. I know I ran long. I'm sorry. Stay bright. 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 5 Fox News, right all along.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
I know you're tired of living with that awful joint pain. If you've been to an orthopedic surgeon, you know the drill: pain meds, steroids, physical therapy, right? When those Band-Aids don't work, you know what's next. Surgery, major surgery. Hey, it's Drew Steele. Don't do it. Not until you check out QC Kinetics. Get a second opinion. Learn about the natural biologic treatments, restorative, regenerative alternatives that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, back, and hips, other joints as well. QC Kinetics uses natural biologics from your own body and concentrates them in a precise damaged area for lasting relief. And it's an in-office treatment with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't go under the knife if you don't have to. Call QC Kinetics and get a second opinion now. You've got nothing to lose. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. Call 239-893-PAIN.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Do you value professionalism and punctuality? Want to learn from and work with the best pros in the electrical industry? Then you're just who we're looking for. Mr. Sparky is seeking hard-working, committed, and trustworthy individuals. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training. So come join our team at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
An equal opportunity employer.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you've heard me talk about DeVoe and their long tradition with Cadillac, now serving Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated dealership for more than 50 years. Now, right from the beginning, the DeVoe family, well, they have embraced commitment to the quality that Cadillac represents. And I've owned a bunch of them in my life, and it shows. They've always stepped up as a generous corporate partner. Right now, DeVoe Cadillac is planning their All-American holiday celebration to benefit wounded warriors of Collier County. How great is that? This will be an amazing event. It has live music from the Johnny Rogers Band. That's at 4:30. Followed by top 5 voice finalist Ben Allen and his band from 6:30 to 9. Tickets are only $75. That includes food and drink. All proceeds go to Wounded Warriors of Collier County. Thanks to our friends at DeVoe Cadillac. Check them out at DeVoeCadillac.com for more information and tickets. Get to know DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer, right there in Naples.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis, sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend, November 19th through the 21st, for their Fall Diamond event. GIA loose certified diamonds at wholesale pricing, up to 55% off beautiful new trends in fashion jewelry, and 3 years interest-free financing, only at the Diamond District.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato's Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. We have a crash involving a school bus heading out along Hancock Bridge Parkway right near Bow Drive. That's just off of US 41, causing some slowdowns out there right now. If you're heading in the area closer to 41 on that Caloosahatchee Bridge, you'll see delays coming off of both Hancock Bridge Parkway and Pondella Road, likely because of the crash on Hancock Bridge. So southbound, you may want to take the Edison Bridge into downtown Fort Myers instead of the Caloosahatchee. Eastbound delays coming out of the Cape into Fort Myers along the Midpoint Bridge and the Cape Coral Bridge. Definitely a little more backed up for the time being on the Midpoint. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Look for a warmer day today with temperatures warming into the middle 80s under a partly cloudy sky and winds persisting out of the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We'll continue to see high-level clouds spread in from the south as we head throughout the day and through the overnight time frame. We should stay dry through your Wednesday night. Thursday morning, kicking it off with a milder start with a low near about 69 to 70 degrees. We warm up to 80 for tomorrow, but be on the lookout for the return of some rain, some thunderstorms throughout the day with a mostly cloudy to overcast sky. Friday featuring some isolated rain as a weak front passes on through. We'll keep with that chance for some isolated rain into your Saturday as breezy conditions develop behind that front. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Did you know that 200,000 illegal aliens are crossing our border every month? That's like adding a medium-sized American city every single month. That's not a failure, it's an agenda. The Biden administration knows that open borders means more Democrat voters. We aren't losing our country, we're giving it away. But recently I stood beside Governor DeSantis, right here in Lee County, as he announced his plan to fully mobilize all state resources to fight this illegal invasion. He issued an executive order to cut off state support for resettlement of illegals. He ordered a review of compliance with E-Verify and directed our law enforcement to detain any vehicles transporting illegals. America is a nation of immigrants, but it's also a nation of laws, and Florida has a zero-tolerance policy for those who disregard our laws and disrespect our sovereignty. This is Spencer Roach, and I'm proud to stand with the governor to fight back against the Biden border crisis. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first. Wink News.
We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
This box has been a lifesaver for me.
Let's talk taters. Chef Ryan Scott's got boxed instant mash.
I want people to cut into this like a lasagna.
Crazy brilliant.
And no peel ranch potatoes.
Wow.
Then let's LOL with AFP's Alfonso Ribeiro.
That's how it works.
Plus, stoop on this.
Somewhere between a soup and a stew because it's so thick.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
In life, it's best to have options. The more options, the better. But the one-size-fits-all approach is never an effective way to get the best possible outcome, especially when it comes to erectile dysfunction and intimacy with the one you love. The Fort Myers Men's Clinic Group has successfully treated over 20,000 ED patients. We know better than anyone that a one-trick pony or a Me Too doctor's office doesn't work with men. And that's why men choose the
Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN. Member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. Top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to MoranWM.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Has the SBA done any kind of a fiscal impact report on what the vaccine mandate will mean to small businesses?
Our Office of Advocacy has not yet done that analysis.
Okay, just on the heels of Tallahassee, we've got a special session going on about vaccine mandates here in the state of Florida, and what will come out of that special session. We keep an eye on it. Is Capitol Hill, and Isabel Guzman is the head of Biden's Small Business Administration. Oh, yeah, she admitted that the agency has not studied the impact of Biden's COVID vaccine mandate on small businesses. What?
Number 4. But in America, there's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears. Really white tears in general, because that's what Karens are, right? They Karen out, and then as soon as they get caught, it's like Green Waterworks.
Yeah, that's Joy Reid there from MSNBC doing a little TikTok video and comparing the Rittenhouse trial to Brett Kavanaugh and saying, there's a thing for white male tears, and as soon as they get caught, they bring the waterworks there. It's a Joy Reid. So that means about 15 people heard what she had to say or something like that. It's,
Number 3.
Secretary Mayorkas, you testified several times that our immigration system is, quote, fundamentally broken. True or false, under President Trump, we saw the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years.
I don't know if it's within 45 years, but we certainly saw in 2020 a low level of illegal immigration. 2019 was
okay.
very
True
high.
or false, Secretary Mayorkas, this year, under Joe Biden, we've seen the highest rate of illegal immigration in 61 years.
Again, I don't know the number of years, but it's certainly a historic high, Senator.
So you're right, it's broken, but you broke it.
You broke it. That's right. That's Ted Cruz, one of many senators on Capitol Hill yesterday, the Senate Judiciary Committee with DHS Secretary Mayorkas, and talking about our problems along our southern border, and you broke it. And listen, all the things that are happening along our southern border, that was the least of Mayorkas's worries there from Ted Cruz in the questioning. It got pretty heated there on Capitol Hill. The border is a mess.
Number 2.
We are gathered today at a pivotal moment in our shared history. We are nearly 2 years into the pandemic, and there's been so much loss. Lives and livelihoods, and a loss of normalcy. But the pandemic has also presented us with an opportunity.
An opportunity? Oh, look at that. That's Kamala Harris talking about what's going on with climate change and the concerns that she has, and saying that the loss of lives and livelihood during the pandemic has presented us with an opportunity, everybody. An opportunity to make a big change, to change. You might even say a great reset would be one of the changes. This is the Vice President of the United States. They don't hide it anymore, everybody.
Number 1.
Conversations around those kitchen tables that are both profound as they are ordinary. How do I cross a bridge in a snowstorm? What happened? No, think about it. You're in a situation, what happens if the bridge collapses and there's a fire on the other side? It's going to take 10 miles longer to get to the fire. People could die.
That's the President of the United States in New Hampshire, talking about the infrastructure bill and how awesome it is, and about bridges and burning and mileage and fires and what?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about half the time. I don't know what it was. It was. Look, if you want to know what they thought about him in New Hampshire yesterday when he was talking about the infrastructure bill, I'm not making this up. Here's they're coming across a bridge, making a way to a podium. This is the applause. That's the roar of the crowd welcoming the President of the United States. It doesn't get any better. He just kind of walks up to it and it says,
Thank you.
"Oh, thank you. Hey, all 12 of you, thanks for showing up. We appreciate it." Yeah, and again, I think the important thing to remember with all of this is that the polling numbers are really bad. The infrastructure bill spends trillions of dollars that we don't have. And they're not winning. The polls are not moving. It's not good. I mean, I don't know what else you do when you're the president of the United States. It's just it's a... Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, here we go. It's the president of these United States. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Mr. President.
Hey, it's great to be on the Damn Mistake Show with Ally McBeal. I think I've seen you on the TV a time or two. Jilly would know for sure.
What are you talking about? It's Daybreak with Drew Steele, don't you?
Oh, you know the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to talk to him too, man. Happy to.
Yeah.
Now, but before I just want to warn you.
Yeah.
Before we start here, not sure if you heard, but we've got some turkeyflation going on, man.
Yeah.
Turkeyflation.
Yeah.
Grocery prices are a little steep, but don't worry.
Yeah.
My infrastructure bill, it's going to fix everything.
Oh, really? All right.
But yeah, everything's going to be back to normal by third quarter, 2022 or 3. Yeah, 2023.
All right, well, let's talk about the turkeyflation, if you don't mind. Consumer prices, 6.2% increase from a year ago, the most in over 30 years. People paying more for everything. We're strapped for cash. I mean, it's a mess. You got any advice for struggling Americans to put together a holiday meal? How about that?
You better believe I got some advice, man. Okay, Thanksgiving dinner, man. So you know how you have all your aunts and uncles and cousins over there that you haven't seen all year, right?
Right.
Well, you just get each and every one of those annoying fat freeloading bastards to bring the stuffing and the potatoes and the yams and even the turkey. You'll be all set.
Yeah.
It'll be the cheapest gobbler day you ever had, by golly.
Yeah.
And that's not hyperbole.
It's not at all. All right. It's not just food prices. I mean, it's everything, right? And even gasoline. What are you going to do to lower the gas prices, sir?
Well, not to tip my hand, but what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and tap into the petroleum jelly reserves, which was, that was the advice given to me by the Senate Majority Leader, Schmuck Schumer.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah.
And not only that, but us Hair Plugs Club for Men guys got to stick together.
It sounds, but that's a temporary thing. Come on now.
But look, folks, I know it's tough right now. Lou, listen to me, okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Your wallet, I know your wallet's getting pinched, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I know.
Yeah.
Even Hunter told me the price of crack went up 200%. So it's hard on everyone.
Yeah.
Man. Everyone, but it's going to turn around. I promise you.
All right, let's
to God's ears, man.
All right, yeah. Well, oh gosh. All right, let's change the subject. Some bad news. The former president Donald Trump now leads you in double digits. If it was a head-to-head presidential election right now, and the poll saying that if it was taking place in Iowa, this poll, double digits you're losing to the former president.
Okay. Let's not focus on the negative. Look, I always hate to hear things like that.
Yeah.
That doesn't worry me.
No.
It doesn't worry me. The election's years away. Years away. This is nonsense, man. Come on. This isn't even a real thing they're talking about here. It's just one of those hyper-patheticals.
Hyper. Okay. Hold on a second, sir. Hold on. We got somebody else on the other line. Let's see, Jake. Who do we have? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hey!
Right all along.
Yes, it's former President Trump. All right, how are you, sir?
Great news to share, Drew.
Yeah,
Great
tell
news.
me. What?
Well, now that Britney Spears is free, she'll finally be allowed to come out and announce that she's a Trump supporter. How about that?
I didn't know that.
The definition of freedom.
I had no idea. All right. Hey, listen, we were just talking about this new poll, sir. What about the poll in Iowa? It says you're leading Joe Biden by double digits. Makes you feel pretty good, right? And maybe Maybe you in 2024. Maybe you're thinking about that. How
Well,
about
I'll
it?
tell you what, it's hard to say. I mean, maybe I'll run, maybe I won't. Maybe I run, maybe I won't. I don't know. By 2024, Sleepy Joe will probably be sucking his dinner through a straw, so not exactly sure where that leaves things. Oh, go eat a bean, you rinky-dinkin' spit licker. Come on, man. Whoa, that was a new one.
That was.
Joe.
All right, so let's former President Trump speak. Hold on a second. So the double-digit lead. What about that?
Well, frankly, I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm surprised I'm only leading by double digits.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it would be triple digits by now.
Right.
So seriously, this poll isn't saying much. Not much. I mean, to put things in tremendous perspective, Drew, a cheese sandwich is leading Biden by 78%. Shut up, man.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily, Sleepy Joe isn't taking it too hard because he's forgotten the story about me leading him in the poll about 10 minutes after his aides told him about it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So a question for the former president. Chris Christie's got a book coming out. All right, here we go. He's writing that you called him when both of you were hospitalized with COVID, and you were calling just to make sure he wasn't going to blame you for getting COVID. What is he talking about?
Christie wrote a book. He can type with those Flintstone fingers. He really can, huh? Come on.
Oh, boy.
He did. You're telling me he wrote a book. Well, what do you think? Many people tell me that my empathy and compassion knows no bounds.
Yeah.
So this doesn't make very much sense.
Yeah,
But
okay.
you better believe when I win in 2024, not saying that I'm running,
Right.
but if I did, and I might, and I will when I win in 2024,
Okay.
Chris Christie will hop back on the Trump train quicker than you can say free chili fries. Now that I think about it, I have difficulty picturing Christie hopping.
Yeah, well, there is that issue. Getting back to President Biden, listen, I got to ask before we go. Yeah, okay, good. We've seen reports at CNN and other outlets that there's some tension between you and the vice president. You guys getting along, or?
Okay, well, do me a favor. Remind me again. Who's the vice president?
It's Kamala Harris.
Oh, right. Well, around here we call her the Riddler behind her back because of that cackle thing she does.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, I never thought about that.
One, Joe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right.
Say it with me. Let's go, Riddler. Let's go, Riddler. No,
Okay,
it's Brandon, Joe. Brandon.
Yeah, it is.
Go, Brandon.
That's right. Okay. Listen, thank you for calling, both of you, President Biden and President.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But don't forget the infrastructure. We're going to build back better, man. Sleepy Joe is so senile, Drew.
Yeah.
He wants to replace Attorney General Merrick Garland with the emu from those Liberty Mutual commercials.
Probably. All right, we got to go.
Shut up, man.
All right, that's good. All right, we got to go. There they are, the president and former president of these United States. All right, there they were. All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, listen, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. December 3rd is the cutoff date. Please asking that you would get them out sooner than that. Certainly, we want to make sure we vet all the cards and get those Christmas cards with your warm message inside to our men and women serving overseas. Thank you so much for that. Mel's Diner locations across Southwest Florida, thank you for being a drop-off location. We appreciate you. And we appreciate Casey Sherman because she's got the remainder of our forecast for today.